So finally, the Airsoft Innovations FLAK 10. Took a dang long time, but as long as that was spent in product development, I'm fine with that. There's not too much on the outside box. It's got kind of like a black multicam thing going there. I don't know if it comes up on camera too well. Not too much. This is a sticker that shows the Cerakote gunmetal. That's an extra $50. I don't know. I think I might have probably should have went with pink. But I'm digging this one regardless. So it looks like it's powered by the same stuff they use in their 40 mics, like the Quantum Drive. Right off the bat, I see they tried to put some foam in there to keep her steady. Yeah, the box was kind of ripped up already, unfortunately, but no actual like damage to the blaster or nothing like that. So this would be your zero spread muzzle. An extra valve there, and not entirely sure what that is. A little bit of grenade oil to put on your BBs. I'll pull that out in a minute. But start off, let you guys a look at the instructions here. It's nice that they threw it in the splash guard. This was just a one sheet front and back page. I guess it would just be a quick start guide. They haven't put out a full manual yet, I take it. But it gives you the gist of everything you need. I really like what the layout of the markings that they went with, because originally on the website it looked like just a QR code with a little bit of like their inscription beside it, and I like this layout a lot better. So there's your gas, well, your fill valve up top there, near the front of the rails. And then down here we have the regulator is in the middle that controls the FPS. Every turn, well, I'll show the manual in a minute, but this is your hop up adjustment, and it tells you not to touch this front screw. So the back is your hop up, and middle is your regulator. I don't know, maybe you could like put a cap on this one so you just remember not to. I know myself, I might have problems. But it also has a channel going through for a tournament lock, so you can throw zip tie through there so that you can't access the hex head. So hopefully that's another little thing that will maybe get you a little bit of leeway at some fields, is that it does boast a tournament lock, but still, for what it is, it's varying on your local field guidelines and their decisions. So another cool feature is that they also have included a nice grip, like not even to have the hex keys in there, but just to have that too. If that was just there, I'd be happy, but that it includes the hex keys themselves as well for the gun, that's like a bigger bonus as well. So that really helps out with especially adjusting FPS or anything on the fly, because I know, especially with my paintball guns and that, adjusting FPS isn't always having to have a key on you. Losing that and not having a place for it, because dipping down, having it fall out of your pocket or something is a pain. So having those, especially in a grip there, that it clips in there pretty good. So now we'll go the underside. So this is what the trigger is looking like. I remember the video of them machining them. It was really interesting, and actually seeing them finish now, it's a very nice finish that they got going. Everything's really tight and proper. The one thing I do not really find comfortable is at the back channel here. Oh, looks like I got a little ding there, but that there's a little bit of a lip here. So on the back of your hand, if you're not wearing gloves, you'll kind of feel that weighed down more. But something to get used to, because this is an extension of under here, I think, to help keep the M-lock in place. But they just, I think, maybe could have smoothed it out back here. And the rip out system. Show that working in a minute or two. Magwell's interesting there. And back here, I didn't understand why they had these holes drilled out underneath. At the back there, you can see you got the Psi Regulator. The Psi Regulator there. So if you look through this hole, if I can get the light, give me a moment. But you can look through there if you shine your light to see what your regulator's sitting at, which is somewhat handy for on the go to see what your pressure is looking like. So there's not too much left to show you as in contents of the box. Pretty much covered everything. We'll go over the manual once again so that you can get a good kind of look at it. If you want to just skip through the video, get to whatever part you want more so. So with the rip out force, you can change the actual, like, how much retention it's got on it. For me right now, I find it's actually pretty nice. The only one suggestion I might have is that they do suggest, I mean, AG mags aren't like they're like a dime a dozen compared to gas mags, but the one thing I did notice is that with the rip out, it does scratch the like upper lip because it is barely lifting off. I'll show you in a sec here when I show you the underside of the box there. As I did repackage everything as it was. So the mag was free floating under there, but the tension and everything had it. So what I was talking about with the rip out is it does leave some minor scratches, which isn't a big deal, but for metal mags and that, it might catch on, like if it has an external shell, it might catch a little more, but that's why it might be better to have, if you do use metal mags, have it set lower. But when Airsoft Industries or Innovations comes out with the full manual and everything, what they've pieced together over time, then they can more so explain if there is a better way or a preference for either mag type. But we will definitely test out over time and find out if there is any problems. It looks like they went with some Evike mags. I'm not entirely sure if they're going to be the same for everybody, but I like the pattern on it. It does match with the grip pattern. So when it is in, it does look pretty badass. I'm just digging the whole, I don't know, it's got like a super shotgun kind of vibe to me. Some space shotgun. So then this is the 0 spread muzzle. And I will show you what the medium spread muzzle does, and when I have more range I will test out and do a follow-up with the 0 spread and just kind of some gameplay outdoor shooting. This is just a quick run through so everybody gets to see how she's looking, how she's functioning, and more of an aspect, because I've only seen from the production videos of Airsoft Innovations there. So now we fill her up. I do already have some gas inside of it, just from previous testing, and it might be some trouble filling it one hand. I'm using lubricated propane. And there she is full. I believe I caught the jet on camera there. If not, I'll do an update video. I'm outside, well, not outside, but I'm in a barn-like structure, so it's got good ventilation. Which, it's a little cold, but